We know the governor was required to make an appointment because of Chief Justice Sarah Parker's retirement, but there's also politics at play here. Tell us about it.
Sure, absolutely, because Chief Justice Martin is running for a full term on the bench. He does have an opponent, Noah Lewis, who's a Superior Court judge from southeastern North Carolina. And now there's politics because Judge Lewis is saying that this decision was made because McCrory wants Martin to win. He may well want Martin to win. We don't know that or not yet. But the thing is, the way that the process went forward is something that's been very typical for decades in North Carolina. And that is, if the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court leaves office early, either through death or disability or retirement, as the case with Chief Justice Parker, then the person who has been appointed to take that position to fill out the term has been the senior associate justice, the person who's been on the bench the longest, and that's Mark Martin. So this is tradition, and it's been explained by some of the veterans on the bench that the reason that this tradition move forward is because you didn't want to have a position in which the other 6 justices were sort of elbowing each other and trying to fight to see who was going to be chief, at least temporarily. So this way this handed down, but Lewis still took exception to it.
Rick, the appointment event, the news conference, in effect, was quite interesting, and I know that you had quite a reaction to it. The governor came to the podium, and he made the announcement that he was appointing Mark Martin, but there were other people who then spoke. What happened?
It was almost like a campaign event for Martin, and that's, I think, where Judge Lewis may have a beef. That what happened was it was held in the former House chambers in the state capitol building. It was attended by Burley Mitchell, former Supreme Court Justice, also Linda Jackson, who is on the court as well.
Barbara Jackson.
I'm sorry, Barbara Jackson is on the court as well. And also a representative for June Atkinson, the superintendent of public instruction, who is a Democrat, also endorsed, if you will, Mark Martin. And this was not even his installation ceremony. This was not his swearing in. This was simply announcing that he was going to be sworn in later on. So it really had a lot of the trappings of a campaign event. And if I were running against Mark Martin, I might have taken issue with it too.